BS and Beer Media in association with STWF TV, the podcasting network. We present to you the Frenemies Fantasy Football Podcast.
What's going on, everybody? It's the Frenemies Fantasy Football Podcast back. I am your host, Dale. With me today, my frenemy forever, Tim. What's up, bruh? What's up, man? You're muted right now. You got to unmute yourself.
I was clicking on the button earlier when I was like muted globally, and then it made me muted singly after, kind of sounds like the story of my life. I'm muted globally and singly.
Yeah, it's a hell of a way to kick off the season, Tim. Hell of a way to kick it off. We got games today. I'm excited about it. Football is back. It's going to be amazing. College football is here. We're going to be doing some picks. Please join us in our Pick'em League for both college football and for the NFL. Just go over to Yahoo and go look for the Pro Pick'em, and you're going to type in group ID 33703. That's 33703, and the group password is NFL. NFL. So
you sound like a JG Wentworth commercial. That 33703. Call JG Wentworth right now. 1-800 cash now. That's about all the singing I got in me. All right.
Hey, we all love that jingle. That guy made so much money. I guaranteed it.
Oh, yeah.
That guy makes so much money off of that stuff. So, all right, man. Today I am starting off with some whiskey and some sweet tea.
Whoa.
And that's what we're rolling with. Yeah, it's a little early, but Craig will be proud.
Whiskey and sweet tea.
Yeah.
All right. That's not a mixture I'm familiar with, Dale.
Really?
Yeah, whiskey and sweet tea.
Yeah, look, I put shots of whiskey in my hot tea when I'm trying to get better. So I put it in some hot sweet tea.
All right. Yeah. Well, all right. We'll see what happens. Yeah. Well, look, anything's going to get you there, right? It's just what can you put down the hatch?
Mm-hmm.
So I got the world famous Twisted Tea.
There we go. Look at that.
These are the concealed. I like to call these the concealed carry version.
Oh, okay.
These are 12 ounces, not the 24 ounces.
Yes.
You carry the 24s when you're ready for it. We're ready to fight. But the 12 ounces are the ones that you carry when you're concealing.
Yes. The yellow ones are definitely weapons. I saw it, very effective. Okay. Saw it with my own eyes.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed, man. Okay, so we've got week 1 upon us. We gotta talk about some strategy. We gotta talk about some things going on, but let's talk about some news. Let's get our guys in here. Let's talk about some news here.
Oh,
so first up, we got Hassan Reddick is still not with the Jets. He was holding out for a new contract, and he's been getting fined all his time, and he means it. He's not showing up without a new contract. So your IDP players, beware of that. Hassan Reddick is not going to play. So
how would that work if me and you just said, hey, I'm not going back to work. They'll start paying me some more money. They're just going to fire you.
Yes, that's what happens in real life. Yes, you get fired.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally opposite if you're a football player. Now, the other side is, why don't you ever see any basketball players or some hockey players?
All the contracts are guaranteed, and they get what they get, period. That's the whole reason why. That's what it comes down to, bro.
Yeah.
contracts.
Contracts.
Yep. So, yeah, he's getting fined, and the NFL is going to put them on a did not report list, and they probably write it off on taxes or something,
Something, somehow.
Yep. Sticking with the IDP, Jalen Ramsey has a hamstring injury, and he was not spotted at practice today. How would that affect the rankings of the wide receivers going against Miami? Like, do you think will move somebody up a couple spots just because Jalen Ramsey's not going to lock somebody down now?
Yeah, dude, it's going to be one side or the other, whatever side Jalen's on. That wide receiver, probably your number 2 is going to see more action now than we would before. So that's a big bonus. So who is Miami playing this week? While they bringing that up here, do you know?
Let's get to
Jacksonville.
So
it's at Miami too.
Right. So with that actually is gonna be one of the games we pick later. So you got a guy like Kristen Kirk or Gabe Davis, Brian Thomas Jr. Guys like that probably going to benefit. Maybe we see Kristen Kirk go from being ranked as a wide receiver 2 to being in the wide receiver 1 rankings.
Yeah. 100%.
Interesting to see. TJ Hawkinson is actually we need to change it, the background here, to some injury stuff, because it's all bad news from here, right?
Yeah, this is bad news bears. This is not stuff that's happening by choice.
Right. That's bad news.
Yeah.
So yes, TJ Hawkinson, he's targeting a week 7 return. That really sucks. You're pretty much taking the L if you drafted TJ Hawkinson in redraft. But are you looking to move him in Dynasty?
I do own him, but in that league, I had time to cover down. Let me pull up what I got in that league.
Okay.
I think that's our Little Rock league. Yeah, I own him in the Little Rock league, and this year I drafted. I happen to have the number 4 pick. I don't know if you knew that, Dale. I won last year, but I still had the number 4 pick.
Yeah, also I happen to talk about that at the draft.
All right. Yep. So I ended up picking Brock Bowers. Simply because Hawkinson's going to be gone half the year, and also had Trey McBride coming up. So
right,
but that is something if in Dynasty you got to prepare for these kind of things, right? You want to have like preferably 2 top 10 tight ends. Sometimes you're not in that scenario to where you can have 2 of them, or at least like 3 that you can stream.
Like real life.
This is my real life. So I got Hawkinson, Trey McBride, which I drafted McBride also, but you gotta plan for things in the few years in advance. So yeah. I don't think there's very many tight ends out there right now either, man. Because
I agree with that. I mean, tight end is the wasteland, bro. Like after after you get the first 3 or 4 of guys, then it starts being dart throws. You still got some dart throws. Like a guy like Hayden Hurst, maybe he does something.
I agree. I think
Hurst, maybe.
I think even when you pick a tight end to stream them for like a matchup dependent scenario, you're still getting a dart throw. If you don't get one of those top 4 tight ends like you're talking about, like you can still go out and stream them and have like the guy that has a good matchup this week, but is he going to get you 6 points even? He might get you 3. Strong chance of getting 3 points. So yeah.
But that's the life you chose to live when you well, I ain't gonna say chose, but you drafted that way, right?
Yeah.
But you drafted that way. You know you have one strong tight end, and you knew you have to piece it together after that. So yeah.
And I just letting you know, I joined a redraft. It's like a free one, like a big, thousands of people in this one redraft thing. I don't know how they do it, but it's like each league has only 12 teams in it, but it's like 1,000 people against each other at once, and I guess they're adding up whoever goes with the most points. So I did that in redraft, so I got in at my redraft. I got in Njoku and Taysom Hill. You'd be proud of me for getting Taysom Hill, right?
Yeah.
that laugh was not telling me. That was your Skeletor laugh, Joe. All right. If there was ever a Dale Skeletor laugh, that was a Dale Skeletor laugh.
Taysom gonna be valuable, man. He's gonna be valuable for sure.
And so, but I wasn't gonna spend early draft capital in a redraft, and I haven't done redraft in ages. You know that.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude. So interesting. What if would you? So a scenario like Hawkinson, any player generically that is coming into the season hurt, are you willing to draft that kind of guy in redraft and then hold on to him on a roster spot that is like, I mean, you might have 5, 6, 7 spots on the bench.
Yeah, if you've got an IR spot, I'm more likely to go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
If not, then I'll take a late round flyer on a guy like that maybe, but I'm mostly looking at a guy like Brooks, the running back, putting him on the shelf for a little bit, and then you see what I get out of that. So if I'm holding on to you, I'm holding on to like potential big money.
Yeah.
Well,
okay. I got you.
I'm not just gonna hold on, to some. Well, I mean, Hawkinson is an upper level tight end, but he's on Minnesota now, and that's my problem with him.
Yeah, the rookie quarterback, JJ.
Right. Well Sam Darnold.
Okay. All right, we got both compound interest over here. The opposite of compound interest. What is that? Compound negativity. When you get two Karens in a room together, they start talking, and so yeah. I mean, you got a rookie quarterback next year, and you got Sam Darnold this year. Not much on the upside. You got a very solid point. So
yeah. So just some quick news I just saw. Higgins has been limited in practice with a hamstring injury. So let me tell you right now,
bro,
don't put that mofo where you line up, okay?
Yeah. Why?
I've been burned many times by him and that damn hamstring.
Right? Yeah? Oh, you telling me he's Mike Williams?
Hey,
is that
he's starting to look like Mike Williams, bro?
Wow.
He's starting to look a lot like him, bro.
Wow.
For real.
There were some other ones. There were some other ones like that too, though. They'd get better, get bad, hamstring.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it was the start of the fall of
Watson, Green Bay.
Christian Watson, yeah.
Yes.
I think the hamstring started the fall of DeAndre Hopkins, though, too.
Yeah, he's dealing with something right now too. Yep.
Yeah,
you're right.
Look, them wide receivers get older, man. Those injuries start coming in. Some hamstring here, hamstring there. Just think. We need to take a moment and pray for their old ladies, man, because them old ladies ain't getting nothing while their hamstrings are boosted up. All right, just think about this. Like, you're in the bed, you get a cramp. You're like, oh, crap. Oh,
hey.
You're
thing's undefeated. Tell me, they will wake you up, and I'm telling you, boy.
Yeah, dude.
Everybody can sympathize with that pain right there,
bro. Oh man. Yep.
So,
all right. I like your breaking news, man. That was awesome, dude. So what looks like we got another tight end on your list right here.
Yeah. So their updated report on Kyle Pitts Today he was a full participant in practice. So yesterday he was limited with the hamstring. So
all right,
yeah, new news there. So that's good news for us Kyle Pitts owners. Maybe he will do something this year. There we go.
yeah. Well, I was watching some stuff about Kyle Pitts too. Because I got him in a different well, do I have him in the yeah, I think I got him in the other league.
BS Beer Dynasty League, yeah,
the BS and Beer League. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But they said he really didn't have that bad of a rookie season. He still had 1,000 yards his rookie season, is what they were saying. So like he just didn't score any touchdowns. He got 2 touchdowns the whole year, and that don't help you at all when you don't. Touchdowns are an integral part of the game because you can have 120 yards receiving. We'll just say roughly 120 yards receiving, 12 points. It's only 12 points, right? Or you can have like 30 yards receiving and 3 touchdowns. Right, dude?
Yeah.
The bigger game is going to be the 3 touchdowns, but they do change a lot. They change a lot.
Yeah, man. So I guess let's talk some good news here because I guess we've got some good news.
All right.
As far as injuries are concerned. Mike Williams.
That's your boy.
I mean, hey, he was dealing with that knee. He tore his ACL last year, right? And so he hadn't practiced very much, hadn't seen action in preseason, but he will play this first game here. But he will be on a snap count. So all you Mike Williams owners, he will be aware of that. He's going to be on a snap count. You probably want to see what happens with that before you put him in there.
He's on the Jets right now, right? Isn't that true?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jets. They got so many receiving options, man. Is it even going to matter for, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Garrett Wilson, probably going to be the number one, even without Williams.
He's going to be the number one guy. No doubt.
Yeah.
They was just looking for somebody that gets compliment him and maybe stretch the field on the opposite side and all that kind of stuff. So they probably got him on a discount too, because him and them, he coming off ACL injury. Ain't gonna be in that much demand.
Yeah. So we do got Garrett Wilson, Mike Williams, Alan Lazard, Green Bay guy, and Xavier Gibson has be in the top 4. So if Mike Williams is out by chance on they said snap count, but that's gonna Xavier Gibson will probably be an option, or that rookie Corley.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you never know what they're gonna do with the rookie.
You're stretching it a little bit. That's like 14 team leagues. If you're looking for somebody to replace Williams, Gibson or Corley, probably be my 2 picks.
Yeah.
Here's your LSU boy.
Yeah, so Jamar Chase is back practicing. He's officially limited. And of course, this is all due to the contract issues and everything like that. I think they came to some sort of resolution to get him to practice. I don't know the details of that, but do you and should the public trust him? Because he hadn't really done anything. We hadn't done anything in preseason, nothing in practice. This is his first official kind of practice, and he's limited right now because they're trying to ramp him up.
Yeah.
Do you trust him? And especially after getting this T. Higgins news.
Oh man. Well, I hate to say this whole thing because like you gotta have a backup plan in this kind of scenario. You gotta have.
But he's gonna play. He's gonna be active.
I assume he's gonna be active. Is he gonna sit a game?
He's gonna be active for sure.
All right. Well, if he's going to be active and T. Higgins is out, man, I don't think you have anything to worry about when it comes to him. But I do always wonder about like the speed of the game and all kinds of crazy crap that and connections with your quarterback. Because when you're not practicing, you're not building those connections. You're just assuming you got it next year. Of course, Burrow and him playing their whole career together. I got it since they were in college, and this is like this is one of those prime scenarios that this could happen. You know what I'm talking about? Like, and it not affect them because they've been playing together for so long. But but yeah, dude, who you think would step up with Higgins out?
Honestly, I think it's gonna be one of the younger kids they got. Let me go over to their depth chart. They've got some talent. Burton is a possibility, but I could see a guy like Trent Irwin coming through, and getting some big plays.
Yeah. So how would you prepare for that? Do you watch like the day of, and wait till like watch the game and then decide during warm-ups or something, or what are you doing?
No, like, okay, so as far as Chase is concerned, you just got to make up your mind now.
Oh,
either rolling with him or you not, because like I said, he's going to play. He's going to be active. You're not going to know about a potential snap count, just like Mike Williams may be on is pitch count or whatever. So maybe that's what they do with Chase, but you're probably not going to know that beforehand.
I got you.
And so that's what I'm saying. You just got to either trust him or not. And the way the rankers are, they seem to really trust Chase.
So
he's not taking a dip at all with his rankings.
This is my question to Dale. That Dale, he's like, you've told me in the past, but can you stomach putting him on your bench and then him going off? Because maybe he wants to go off. Maybe he wants to get in the game and go off and be like, "Fuck y'all, I'm gonna get my money. Give me my money. Yeah. This is how important I am." You know? Yeah. Yeah.
That's the question there, Tim. Can you stomach it?
Can you stomach it? Yeah.
And I don't think I can. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up starting him in the BS and Beer League because it's going to kill me. He's ranked number 9 according to Fantasy Pros. So
the higher ranking, you can't pass it up, man.
Right.
Yeah.
So, one more bit of news: Puka Nacua is back practicing fully. Dealing with that knee injury. He's been dealing with that pretty much all off season. This is another guy you hadn't seen or heard from pretty much all off season. They hadn't practiced, hadn't played in the preseason games because of knee injuries. So this could be another one of the guys just like Chase. You just got to trust it. He might be on a pitch count. He might not.
A pitch count. A pitch count. You said pitch count. What is he pitching
pitch
to?
Count, man.
Snap count.
So you never know. So
You
just gotta trust it or not. So in that case, are you trusting Puka Nacua?
Oh, dude, that's hard because they got Cup right there.
Yeah.
They got Cup. What's let me look where
I guess Chase is a little bit different because T. Higgins in this funky hamstring.
Yeah. Maybe T. Higgins is wanting to just help out Chase.
That's another good point, Tim. That is a good point.
I'm just saying,
because T. Higgins in the same boat. He wants a new contract. He can't get one.
I thought he just got one.
I thought he just.
They franchised him.
Yeah.
I thought he just
got paid a lot of money, but he has no security.
Yeah.
And so he could be looking to help his boy out. All right, they ain't give me my money, but maybe you get yours. All right, I'm gonna sit out. All my hamstring. Y'all know my hamstrings are raggedy. Y'all know them.
Damn. Y'all know what hamstrings raggedy. We've been knowing this. Oh, dang. Wow. So I'll say, all right, this is interesting. All right. Yeah, I was going to mention that like maybe Cup is getting booted up. Maybe Cup's getting a little bit of bonus this week because Puka being a little bit injured, and this is for me, I've got Puka ranked 8th this week. I got Chase ranked 9th, and then I got Cup ranked 10th. Right there on it. Right. So the Rams, it looks like I think the Rams in Detroit's going to be a blowout anyway. Like there's going to be that's a high scoring game of the week, right?
Let me go back. I believe
I'm pretty sure that's the highest score game of the week. So we always want, when we see those high score games, those like top 4 high score games, we always want to start dudes in those games. Yeah,
I believe. Jacksonville and Miami is like the highest score in the week, but it's tied with Green Bay, Philadelphia. Yeah, 49 points is the highest score I saw.
Okay, all right, never mind. So,
okay, all right, man. So, let's talk some week 1. Some interesting players to keep an eye on. Of course, we want to look at rookies, but sometimes we might forget about the second year guy, especially coming off the injury. So Anthony Richardson is an interesting guy to look at, especially, there's a quarterback efficiency in the NFL, right? We need somebody to step up. Maybe he's going to be one of those guys. And what we're hoping, we're crossing our fingers and hoping Anthony Richardson is the answer in Indianapolis. What's your thoughts on Anthony Richardson here?
Man, he gave the fantasy community a small taste of what he could bring last season. We had 4 games total with him, 2 full games. And during those games, he finished as the QB4 and QB2 on the week.
Okay.
And mostly from his rushing in the full games. We saw 20 rushing attempts for 96 yards and 2 touchdowns over those 2 games. So we're going to get 10. I'm going to just, it's a very small sample, but like 10 rushing attempts a game, 50 yards and a touchdown maybe, touchdowns, rushing or thrown don't really matter to us if you're.
Those rushing touchdowns with a quarterback, they're lethal. Look, you remember Mike Vick back in the day, bro?
yeah, exactly. Well, I was really kind of meaning it for a quarterback touchdowns. Like throwing. If he throws it, well, we play in 6-point touchdown league. So there are some people who play in 4-point thrown 4-point touchdown leagues. And 6-point for rushing, so that makes it even more valuable. And but we'll see what happens, man. Shoot, dude, he's
wondering though if he's gonna like tone down his running, but the coach said, hey, you can't do that with him. So he's talking about he's still calling running plays. Yeah. So maybe he just keeps doing what he normally does.
Well, I always like to gauge things off of, Russian quarterbacks off of their, their size and height, weight scenario, and he's 6'4", 244 right now.
Big.
He's a big boy. All right. Yeah. And so that's Josh Allen size, really.
But ACLs get popped no matter how big you are.
Oh yeah, true. So, well, I mostly think about it for taking the hits, but ACLs are a problem across the board for everybody. Yep. So, you're true.
It's tires, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah. So I'm glad you gave me Anthony Richardson first, man, because I wanted to ask you the big question.
Okay.
All right. Your Cinderella, that replaced your last Cinderella. All right. Going with the old Disney princesses theme. Maybe you were Ariel or whatever. Maybe your last one was Ariel, and this one's your new Cinderella. All right. Chicago quarterbacks.
Listen to him.
Dale's got to take a minute to think.
You want to bring up Justin Fields, my love for Justin Fields, the
Ariel?
fantasy quarterback. That's the last few years. Okay, Justin Fields was good to me. He was really good to me. All right, he put up a lot of fantasy points for me on my team. I appreciate his contributions to my team. The window has closed on Justin Fields, and now it has opened to Caleb Williams. And now he gets a chance to change everything out there in Chicago.
You sound like a white girl jumping into a new relationship, talking about her ex. That whole thing you just gave me was a white girl post on Facebook. I just read it. All right, go on, Stephanie. Tell us how it is. Tell us about the new one. Oh, damn.
Oh man. All right, so he going up against the Titans on Sunday.
All right.
He's like one of the highest rated quarterbacks in draft history, bro. All right, so everybody can't be wrong about him, but it's just because he's in Chicago, you're questioning it.
I do. I should. Oh, he's definitely learning that I set him up. So a Chicago quarterback has never thrown for over 4,000 yards since the beginning of the Bears. All right, they're one of the original franchises ever.
Insane, bro.
All right, they've never had a dude throw over 4,000 yards. Okay, so if he does, he'll be your Cinderella, Dale.
They're cursed. He's gonna break the curse. That's what's gonna happen. Okay. Let's look at some running backs, yo.
He's done with Caleb Williams.
Yeah. Let's look at some running backs.
All right.
Let's stay in your division, Tim. Let's stay in your division. Let's go right home with Josh Jacobs. What do you expect to see for him this year?
Oh, dude, Josh Jacobs. He's been over the past like 2, I think maybe 3 seasons now. He's been the true traditional like workhorse back for Vegas, Las Vegas, and
dime breed.
You agree?
He's a dime breed.
He's a dying breed on this, and so he's coming to Green Bay, and I'm hoping that he ends up being something good for us, but. There's plenty of talk about his workload. We'll see for the Packers when we drafted Marshawn Lloyd in the 3rd round of the draft this spring. As we've headed towards the season, though, Jacob seems to be the last man standing in Green Bay, which him up for a huge workload to start the season and reward fantasy managers who invested in him early in drafts. So here's what I was thinking when I made this, when I was coming up with this too, though, is that I like to do trades, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've never heard this news before.
You never heard that news? Not once? Not ever? So this is a prime scenario. If you got Josh Jacobs right here, which I drafted him in redraft this year, in that redraft league, the big monster league I was telling you about. So, I'm over here going, man, I'm going to start this guy. He's going to be off hot 4 to 6 games, the very first part of the season here. And then I'm going to try to trade him away after week 4. We'll see what happens. Okay. And then this is a redraft league too, so it's even more rare.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. Sure. And I'm going to see what happens, dude. Play strength of schedule, go from there, dude. But yeah, we got some more running backs. So I think one of your guys is up next on here, Javonte Williams. He works for your old boss, doesn't he?
Yeah. So this is a guy I was high on, coming out of college and everything, but it's kind of been a roller coaster of a career.
You like roller coasters?
I do, but not with fantasy football. It's not a good thing with fantasy football. Okay. When Sean Payton got there,
mm-hmm.
I really thought he would be used like AK.
Yeah.
And we were going to start seeing some production for him this last season. And I kind of counted on him the previous season, and I quickly learned I could not count on him. He was frustrating, as well as the dang on running back from let me get his name from Tampa, White, Rashad White.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
frustrating. Those two dudes frustrating as hell. Okay.
They're part of the reasons why you have the whole running back problems you always have.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I got lots of candidates. I need somebody to step up.
Yeah.
That's always my issue. Yeah, and I got the same issue this year too, Tim. This is what we do. This is
okay. Well,
it's how my team is built, I guess.
Dale, can you find the sound for me? All right. I need the he's due. I need the he's due.
Okay.
All right. Javante. Right. This is his money, his time. Mm-hmm. All right. Mm-hmm. Me and Dale, me and you, we're going to the casino in that old jalopy of ours, and we're gonna win that Mercedes they got up there. Remember the Mercedes they got in the middle of the thing with the slot machines? You got to play we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it this year. All right.
Javante. We've been feeding this slot machine. All right. We've been feeding it. We've been feeding it, right?
We
feed it so much, it's gotta hit the jackpot eventually, right?
It can only take so much of my Social Security income.
That's right.
Right. I'm just saying.
Javante Williams, man.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. This is your year, Dale.
That's right. It's my year.
Yeah.
Solid Cowboys fan.
Oh, man.
Oh, goodness. All right. So another running back is a guy, he really he kind of popped on the scene from the abyss last year for Houston, and he took the job of dang on it, what's his name? I'm telling you,
Damian,
hit the record button. Yes, Damian Pierce.
Yeah,
that dude sucks now. He took his job.
Dang.
Took his job. Let's talk about Devin Singletary, man.
All right. Well, last year he had a slow start, but he turned into be one of the best waiver wire ads for the season. From weeks 10 to week 18, because the league's 18 weeks now. So he finished as a top 20 RB 6 times, including 7 in the top 7 RB. So that's pretty awesome, dude. But now Singletary is in New York, and New York got that stink on them. They got that stank. All right. But that's the kind of things we would like to invest in. When everybody else thinks something stinky, we'll invest something low in it and see what happens. And this is one of those kind of scenarios. Now they did improve their offensive line from last season to this season, which, I mean, when you're on the bottom, there ain't nowhere else to go but up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this could be a year for him to step up and continue on. He might end up being a good stable RB2 on the season for you. So with Barkley gone, and Barkley's gone. So
he'll be the guy there. You got no competition, so I'll feel you.
Yeah, it works out. But let's move on to some pass catchers, dude. I think this guy you might be one of your buddies, right?
Yes. I picked him last year in the draft. Zay Flowers. He's a wide receiver from Boston College. He looked pretty good, and I was actually surprised to see that of the 54 rookies with at least 50 targets since 2019, Flowers' average depth of target is 8.4, which ranks 41st.
Wow.
Among those players. And he coming out the talk with him was a really fast guy, good route runner, right? But with the with the Ravens having so much of a run threat with Lamar Jackson, you would think they should hit some things over the top with Zay Flowers. That's what I was thinking. But you get to see the Ravens with a healthy Mark Andrews and an improved running game with the free agency addition of Derrick Henry. I think those, two other parts will help with the depth of target. He should be able to hit some stuff over the top now.
I also just kind of speaking out loud too is Derrick Henry don't really catch the ball. So like there's not really, Lamar's probably going to run it. He's not going to check it down. But I'm just saying when he is in a check down situation for Lamar, he's going to have to find one of his guys. So I'm hoping that those when I'm, that would go to Zay Flowers' way. So we'll see. And I think he's listed as their wide receiver 1 also, right?
Right. Yeah, he's a top target for sure. I'm still taking a wait and see approach with him right now. I guess because I kind of afford to in the league I got him in. But yeah, I'm not starting him for today. I want to see what they do with the offense, how he looks, that kind of thing. So I'm okay with him going off on my bench. It might happen.
All right. It ain't like a Jamar Chase scenario then.
Right. It's not Chase. Chase goes off on my bench and probably not going to be here next week.
Well, I will. I will give you the cheat code for Zay Flowers is he had all his best games when Mark Andrews was sitting last year.
Okay.
So Andrews out, Zay Flowers went off. It's kind of like back in the day. I had Tyreek Hill at Kansas City, and he went off every time at home for some reason. I don't know why. 2 years straight, I played him at home every time. No matter what. But if he's away, he might give me 8 points, 10 points. But yeah, it happens. Okay. It happens.
Let's go to Buffalo, man, because Buffalo had a lot of departures with Diggs being out. They put in a rookie, Keon Coleman.
Yeah.
But they've got some other people, Valdez Scantling, they got Curtis Samuel, Matt Collins, all on their team. But talk to me about Khalil Shakir, somebody who kind of popped on the scene last year.
Yeah. He emerged actually as one of the top wide receivers behind Diggs. So that's kind of the zone you're looking for. Josh Allen's got to throw to somebody. And the talk of the town has always been Dalton Kincaid. And that might be true too, but one of the wide receivers has to catch passes out of this, and anyway, he stands the best chance on anybody. While he only finished with 611 yards last year, 87% of those came from week 8 and to the end of the season. So he got like most of his work between week 8 and week 18, and a stretch where Shakir turned in 3 top 24 wide receiver finishes. So there's plenty of opportunity right here. And if you're in Dynasty too, it's him and Keon Coleman and Dalton Kincaid, all 3 look like pretty good pass options in the future. Yeah, man.
Somebody's got to catch that ball out there, man. So a lot of vacated targets.
Yeah, a lot of them, especially with Diggs out. I think just off my memory, it was 188 targets that have been vacated in Buffalo. Somebody's going to get these targets, and I just don't. This year, I don't think it's going to be Keon Coleman, and I don't think Curtis Samuel's going to be the future of whatever receiving core they got. Because was it Curtis Samuel? He calls himself the Lizard King. He made that Twitter post a long time ago. I am the Lizard King. I brought this up a couple of weeks ago.
Right. Yeah, I don't know about the Lizard King.
Lizard King post. Let's see here. Anyway, I think it was him. I might be lying. I might be full of crap. That happens. Anyway, it's a quote from Jim Morrison. It's a quote from the Doors. I don't know if you know that band. You probably don't know that band, Dale. the doors. Yeah. See?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's all right. Love you still.
I
But
know nothing about this.
It's been interesting too. Is Jim Harbaugh, man, at the Chargers?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm curious to see what his offense actually is going to look like.
Yeah.
And I'm also curious to see about the rookie, Lam McConkey.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks pretty good in practice for sure. We brought him up earlier this offseason.
Yeah.
When I had some video of him catching some touchdowns in practice. So they don't have much else at wide receiver, which is the great thing about having him there.
Yeah.
And he's with a quarterback who will be considered to be a good quarterback as well. I guess that's kind of yet to be determined, but as of right now, we're considering him a good quarterback. So with Jim Harbaugh being there, the biggest question is going to be how much the Chargers will be actually throwing the ball. I gotta imagine he's got to evolve in the NFL. The NFL is a pass first league. I think Jim Harbaugh is going to have to evolve, and therefore Lam McConkey is going to be one of the most productive wide receivers, rookie wide receivers this season. That's what I think.
Yeah. He got rid of all the old dudes. Your boy Mike Williams,
yes,
always hurt.
Allen, all gone.
Yeah. Keenan Allen, he's got all young dudes. So right now they got Joshua Palmer, who we've already seen him for like 4 years, maybe longer. Right. So
he's got a feeling, and he's not quite coming through it.
yeah. We're looking for a couple of weeks ago. I did my breakouts or whatever. Remember that? Or they should be breaking out at this zone. But Josh Palmer's already passed his breakout time that he's had. So we're looking at Ladd McConkey and kind of Quentin Johnson, last year's rookie, right?
Yeah. I've been hearing disappointing news about him though. Like if I'm not mistaken, he's not even third on the depth chart.
Oh wow. Oh well, I got him third right now because DJ Shark is out.
Okay.
That's why I got him third, or he's questionable, should I say?
Yeah, you're right. You're right about that. Yeah, yep. He's showing to back up DJ Shark. So that's possible if he actually does not play. Maybe Quentin Johnson sees some work and maybe he can do something with his opportunity. Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. He's still in year 2. He's got another, I think about a year and a half to start breaking out, and then he's, dead to us. Yep. But speaking of breakouts, man, we've already seen this next guy up with a breakout in his rookie season. We were just talking about him earlier, but Kyle Pitts.
Yes. I'm excited to see what happens with Kyle Pitts this season. I'm glad this hamstring is going to be behind him now.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully. And now we got that.
Go ahead.
Get the new offensive coordinator too.
Right. Yeah, he's got a new coordinator, Zach Robinson. They're running pretty much like that Shanahan offense, like majority of the league is going to run.
Yeah.
And so if you're a tight end in the Shanahan offense, you should produce. And he's got a new quarterback with Kirk Cousins, who's familiar with the Shanahan offense. So I think it's time for Pitts to take a step forward. Big fantasy step forward here, man. Like
all right.
He should be a tight end 1 by the end of the year. So
whoa. You saying that for real?
Yes, that's one of the top 5 tight ends. How about that?
Gosh, all right. Well, there you go.
Top 5 tight end.
Tight ends for the year. I like it. One of my favorites too is Pat Frenemies, man.
Yeah.
One of the biggest winners of an Arthur Smith run offense is the tight end position, and they like to run the ball and then feature tight ends in the passing game. So Frenemies is probably going to be a standout. to return to some kind of fantasy relevance this year. Probably a top 10 tight end or so. He had a disappointing 2023 though. He missed 5 games on the year, and he finished the season as tight end 28. So these are the kind of guys we like to sneak in on the backside and grab up, and the other people aren't paying attention.
The only issue with Frenemies is going to be Russell Wilson being the quarterback. Russell Wilson holds the ball a long time, but it's because he's looking for that moon ball. He don't like to pass the ball across the middle, and that's what tight ends eat. And that's the problem I see with Frenemies.
With it, all right. Well, last season, even being out 5 games, he still finished 3 weeks in the top 10. So we'll see. And that was without Russell Wilson, not so we'll check it out. We'll check it out.
Okay. So tell you what, Tim, man, let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll get into some Timmy's tips, and then we will do some pick 'em. So stick with us.
This is an emergency message. Stop what you're doing and hit the like button. Also comment and subscribe. Thank you. We now return you to your program.
It's time for Timmy's Tips.
Perhaps play a little game called Just the Tip. Just for a second, just to see how it feels.
All right, Tim.
How do I end up always
season?
How do I always give you the dumbest pictures of me?
Because you like to brag, and when you brag, you end up putting your foot in your mouth, and that's what happens to you. You get this picture every time.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
All right. Yeah.
So, what do you got for us on week 1, Tim?
Man, I got flex options week 1. All right.
Flex. Time to have flex.
Yeah, it's like you gotta have that backup date, right? That one chick you ain't met yet on Tinder, she's smoking hot and all that. You don't know if she's gonna come through. You gotta give somebody maybe, you gotta keep somebody on the back burner, right? That's what the flex is about, keeping that one. Then you're coming in, you're like, oh yeah, I got this. So my number 1 pick this week for flex options is Jerome Ford, dude.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
That's right. He's my Ford F-250, baby. All right. Yeah, Dale don't know what that means at all because he drives like a Buick. So, but Dale has to drive around them in traffic all the damn time. Those are Ford F-250 soaking up the lane. But Nick Chubb is starting the season on the PUP, so we've got a minimum of 4 weeks with Ford receiving the bulk of the work in Cleveland, and Ford was fairly matchup proof last year in a high weekly floor, thanks to 10.6% of the target share. As good as Dallas's defense is, they're better against the pass than the run. They gave up the 22nd most fantasy points to the running back position in 2023. We can expect Cleveland to run the ball early and run the ball often in this one, leading to 15 plus touches for Ford. So you heard Timmy say it. 15 plus touches.
I can actually see this being a little bit more run heavy, especially with the question mark of the Deshaun Watson being there. Because he's gonna play. That's not what I'm saying. He's gonna play.
All right.
Is he going to suck?
Yeah. I don't know. How does this guy go from being the better version of Jameis Winston to being like nobody? He's like Kirk Cousins, but the great value brand of Kirk Cousins, I'm
starting to see similarities in his game as Russell Wilson.
Oh,
Hold the ball, dance around, run around the pocket, all that kind of stuff.
yeah.
Hit somebody on a broken play, get a big gain.
That's
You
it.
know, like, yeah, like this, they're not running the offense, and
Wow.
that infuriates me as just a fan looking at the game, especially when you got like a wide receiver from the team.
Yeah. Yeah. And the Browns have been stacked for like the last 5 or 8 years, it feels like.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It
Yep.
almost feels like the Browns being stacked is like a curse.
It's the Browns, bro.
It's the Browns.
That's what it is.
That's why the Bears are the Bears, Dale. So that's why but you keep believing in old Cinderella dressed in yellow.
This is true, Tim. This is true, Tim. I can't argue with that point.
My number 2 spot for flex this week is Javonte Williams. That's one of Dale's
What?
boys.
What?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's go, Tim.
Yeah. Hey, I ain't seen a smile that big on your face in a long time. All right.
Let's go, Tim.
So, we got Sean Payton here. It's one of those scenarios where we know what he's going to do. Y'all Saints fans, most people listening on this podcast are all Saints fans, and that's just what it's going to be. So, his health seems positive, and it doesn't even get better than Seattle this week. The Seahawks allowed the second most fantasy points per game to the running back position last year at 24.2. So you're going to divide 20. Just comparing last year to this year, you're going to divide 24.2 points to whatever running backs the Broncos have. And that's roughly what they're going to get. And that's a pretty good chunk of money right there.
Okay. So let me ask you then about looking at last year's, I guess, fantasy defense, right? Teams make a lot of changes in the off season.
Yeah.
Coordinators change, personnel changes. So who's to say that the Seahawks hadn't changed stuff to change their run defense?
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just.
But you still bank on the knowledge from last year, the information from last year.
Look. I ain't banking on anything. This ain't the Bills' money. This is the spending money. We go to the casino with the spending money. All right. We don't go to the casino with the Bills' money. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't banking on the 24 points. It could be worse.
Yeah.
It could be worse.
Right.
But we can always assume things are going to get better. But yeah, man, it's going to be somewhere in that range though, honestly. From year to year, I don't think, did they have a defensive coordinator change? You're getting me all.
I don't know. I'm just asking in general.
Oh, hyper theory. Okay, it's a Tim what if question. So I thought this.
I mean, because things do change every year. Because, as a matter of fact, if you talk to any coach,
yeah,
he'll be like, "Yo, last year's team was different team. Oh, different. You can't compare."
Yeah, but he's sitting at home with his wife, and he's like, "Damn, baby, he's eating that dry pork chop she just cooked." He's like, "Damn, baby, like it's the same team. I'm telling you." He's going home and saying something totally different. I don't believe what coaches say to the press, man. So, yeah. But I another one I got right here on this list. All right, and my number 3 pick, one of your boys. All right, he's the Tank Dale. Isn't that one of your guys last year?
Tank Dell? No, I didn't have him.
But
I had asked CJ Stroud, which is probably why you're confusing that.
Yeah. So this might be the only chance all season we get to say Tank Dale is going to be valuable for a flex. The matchup against the Colts isn't exactly great, but we're going to throw that to the side. I expect Dale to break out this year as much as he can with the offense that they're going to have. But he should see plenty of targets from second-year quarterback CJ Stroud, who has called Dale his best friend. See, maybe
okay,
Yeah.
all right, Tim.
Yeah. You
All
know,
right.
that best friend scenario for some dumb reason.
Yes.
All right.
I believe in it, Tim.
I mean, Travis Kelsey, the whole Travis Kelsey and Patrick Mahomes, like if they weren't buddies, if they didn't get along, they wouldn't be doing all the things on the field what they do.
I believe in it, Tim. I was about to come back with a rebuttal, but I'm no longer going to do that, Tim. Best friend.
Best friend. What was the I sang twice today. You gotta be singing twice on this show, Dale. You have to get a Tim's monologue section. I mean sing along, something. Dang.
Sing along with Timmy. I was gonna bring up the fact that they got Diggs now. Nico Collins is also up there. So Tank Dell, I mean, in my opinion, looks to be the third option. But you say his best friend, he's the number one guy. There you go.
We're flex. This is flex. This section is flex.
I know. I get it.
All right. So that's how we're going. The next one is two of my favorites, two of my faves.
I wonder why.
All right, Green Bay, baby. All right, so one of my Army buddies is driving into town right now. He should be here tonight or tomorrow morning, right?
Okay.
All right, he's an Eagles fan, Dale.
Oh,
yeah.
All right.
And Green Bay plays the Eagles this week, so
go.
I had to throw some of my Green Bay guys out here, right? Josh. We got Josh Jacobs earlier.
y'all driving to Brazil for the game?
Hell no. We're gonna log into that Peacock at the house. All right.
You heard it here. Tim will be on the cock.
Oh damn. Oh shit. On the couch.
Yeah.
Shit.
On the couch. That's right.
Oh yeah. So I'm gonna call NBC from now on. The NBC online. Oh shit. Oh, so we got Jaden Reed and Christian Watson. All right, one of Dell's favorites. But we got the highest over under this week, so we always want to play parts of that. Anything that has high over under. Dale said earlier, I think it was they're tied with what's the other game?
Miami and Jacksonville.
Okay, you gonna get us take it down with those kind of things. You jackass! God damn it! I said the Peacock. I said the Peacock. Oh, dude, Jesus! Wow. Whew. I'm glad my mama didn't watch my shows. All right. Oh, wow. So I'm expecting one of these two wide receivers to go off. Either Jaden Reed or Christian Watson. So yeah, we got that. Last but not least, all right.
Dart throw.
All right.
Yes.
This is for your 14 team leagues. You got your 14 teamers. Everybody's in one of them at least, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right. 14 or higher. Dear Lord, I'm sorry if you play 16 teams. But woo, wow.
You don't like yourself very much.
You hate yourself and all your friends. So, but we got Jamison Williams right here, Detroit Lions. All right. So Williams has made himself out to be, it looks like the number 2 wide receiver, which would be the number 3 option technically on the Lions depth chart, which is still valuable, man. This wide receiver, the third target on the Lions, it might end up being better than a wide receiver 2 on a worse offense, So yeah. So I'm ready to see Jameson Williams do it, but we're gonna see the Rams have allowed the 7th most fantasy points per game to wide receiver position last year, 30.6 points is what they averaged last year. And so we kind of split some of that up.
Yep. Okay. it'll be nice to get a nice some actual consistent points from Jameson Williams, especially being in a good offense. That'd be nice to see.
Has he had the dumbest start to a career?
Yes.
Most frustrating, dude.
Been waiting and seeing forever. I'm tired of waiting. Let's go.
And then you got to gamble. Why are you gambling in the league Wi-Fi? Remember that? That's how he got caught. That's how he got suspended last year because he was gambling on his cell phone on the Lions Wi-Fi network, man. Like they would have never caught this dude if he wasn't like on the Lions Wi-Fi network because he had his name, he had like a whole different like a username and all this crap. But then, I mean, look,
I get a VPN, dog. Get that VPN,
especially if you're famous. All right, I can afford that $10 a month, man. Shoot,
that VPN, dog.
Wow. Yeah.
All right, man. It's time to pick some games.
Ooh.
Let's talk about some games.
And now let's look at this week's matchup.
Oh yeah, baby. It is time to pick some games. Once again, you can join us over on Yahoo Pick'em. Group ID 33703 and the group password is NFL. Let's talk about our first matchup here on a Friday in Brazil. Green Bay versus Philadelphia. Philadelphia is a 2-point favorite. The total for this game is 49. Let's look at the Green Bay side of things. Who are some of the players that you are, I guess, confident in starting there against the Philadelphia defense, Tim?
Oh, dude, I'm definitely going at this matchup here. I'm going Josh Jacobs, man. He's going to probably be the number one guy on the Green Bay side, points wise, fantasy points. My number 2 pick would probably be Jordan Love after that, because we do spread the ball quite a bit. But like I was saying earlier too, one of the 2 wide receivers, either Watson or Reed, are going to be killing it. Hassan Reddick is out. And he was he?
Yeah. That's the pass rusher, but they just traded for him, so it's not like he was part of their defense for a long time. They trying to stack pass rushers in Philadelphia pretty much. So
gotcha.
He was just part of the plan. So
do you think he's going to sit out the first game too?
Yes. Yeah. He's prepared to miss a game check. If he's sitting out getting fined like this, he is prepared to miss a game check. So I don't see that resolving itself by itself. So talk to me about your wide receiver situation, because with your flex position, you said Watson or Jalen Reed, right?
Yeah.
So in Fantasy Pros, they rank Watson as a wide receiver 3. They rank Jalen Reed as a wide receiver 4. There's not much difference between the 2 there. They're still like not, shouldn't be, I guess, locks for your lineup. But if you're placing the wager down, who would have the most fantasy points this game?
Oh, dude. I want to go with Reed, because if I want to get a waiver, if I have to get a waiver wire pickup and throw him in my flex, I'm going to go Reed, because if Watson has some random ass like injury all of a sudden, hamstring, that's a big concern. It's a big concern for Watson, because when he's in, he's going to have a great game. But if he is in, then it's probably going to end up being Watson. But yeah, there's a lot of options on the board here.
You want to do a bet? Watson versus Reed, week 1.
You going to take Watson?
Yeah, I'll take Watson.
All right, I'll take Reed.
He's scoring.
All right, I got some of the bird dog back there.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
There you go.
I'm ready. I'm ready. Yeah.
All right.
I do.
All right, cool.
I got that Christmas gingerbread bird dog that I bought last season. it's whiskey that tastes like gingerbread. It's pretty damn good, bro. I'm telling you right now.
All right. All right. So
but-
that's a bet then.
Best
All right.
bet.
Just to clear that up, we're doing fantasy points, right?
Fantasy points. Yes.
All right, fantasy points. In
me,
which league? Beer and beer.
BS and beer
All right.
league. So I gotta add the note before I forget. So
Yeah.
um
Because you know I'm not responsible on these kind of things at this stage in our show. All right. these twisted teas, you know, them concealed carries, they sneak up on you, you know.
Yep. Oh yeah, for sure. They will get you though. They will get you.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about the Eagles.
Mhm.
Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley. Who gets the goal line touch there, Tim?
Oh, yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to mention, just kind of spreading the hearsay rumor news. The big rumor is that Jason Kelsey was running part of the offense while he was around. So like Hurts is really feeling like he doesn't know pass protection side of the offense because Jason Kelsey was doing that side of the ball.
Oh, okay. All right.
All
So
right.
let's see who they picked up for the at their center. And maybe they got a veteran.
Yeah, they probably have a veteran. They had another guy that wasn't bad, but I mean Kelsey's one
Okay,
of the
so
best.
Cam Jurgens, he's a second round pick in 2022. So young guy.
So he learned under Kelsey probably, and he was their second round pick.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And
Mhm.
but I think the tush push might not be as much of a thing from now on.
Okay. Okay.
I'm kind of leading into the whole Jason Kelsey thing, you know, him being gone, maybe, you know, them bringing in Barkley, you know, maybe these moves are calculated. So I'm going to put early in the season, I'm going to put the money on Barkley right now. So we'll see. We'll see, man.
All right. Well, let's pick this game. Philadelphia is the 2-point favorite. This game is being played in Brazil. Tim, who you got?
Man, look, dude, I'm going Green Bay. All right, I'm going to take Green Bay with +2. I think we're going to keep it. I think we're going to keep it tight. I think we're going to cover that, and we might just win this game, dude. Honestly, our defense might show out.
I like it. Give me Green Bay +2 as well. So we agree on that one. So get your glasses up. And we're going to have a toast here. Everybody drink up.
Hey, man. Oh, I got my R2D2 koozie on my cans here. You see that?
Yeah, that's good. Heck yeah. All right. Let's go to our next matchup. Jacksonville at Miami. Miami is a 3-point favorite.
Yeah.
The total for this game is 49 points. Tim, let's start on the Jacksonville side. ETN ranked as a RB1. And again, we saw the Ramsey being probably going to be out with a hamstring injury for the passing game. So what do you expect to see from Jacksonville in this offense?
Well, I mean, honestly, I'm surprised that Jacksonville is included. Maybe it's mostly just the Miami side. Well, no, it's a -3 for Miami. I'm just thinking about the over/under being, you know, these are the two over/under games for the week, right? They tied for the most. Like, I mean, the expectation that Jacksonville is going to get some points is kind of cool, you know, for them.
Vegas is high on his offense.
Yeah, you know, Vegas is high on the offense, and all the bettors are too. So, so yeah, man. I'm excited for seeing what happens with the whole Gabe Davis, Brian Thomas thing. I want to eventually see Brian Thomas sneaking up and take over the #1 spot from Christian Kirk. But Travis Etienne, I'm always thankful for him. Thank you, Dale. And sneaking up in the RB1 scenario, I'm, it's going to be nice. It's going to be a good game.
See, in Jacksonville, I think the number one target is the tight end, Evan Ingram.
Really?
Yes, that's what I believe. Especially in the red zone, Trevor Lawrence is going to be looking for Evan Ingram. So that's my pick to be the number one target in Jacksonville. If we're talking about for the season, I think he's going to be the top target getter.
Hey, target getter. He's the target getter.
He's a target getter. That's what he is. Evan Ingram, the target getter.
Oh man. But yeah, we'll see what happens, man. Shoot, dude. It could happen. It could happen.
Yep. Let's go over to the Miami side. The Dolphins offense also they were putting up all kind of points last year. And you happened to get your hands on Devon A-Chain with your millions and millions of picks.
Whoa!
What do you expect to see? Oh yes. What do you expect to see from him this week here in this game?
I got A-Chan in the BSN Beer League last year during the startup draft.
Oh, you did? Okay, that's good.
All right, so I don't have him with millions and millions of picks. All
right,
I got him. All right, so
But in Little Rock, that's not true. So
I don't have him in that.
That's what I was referring to.
Yeah, I don't have him in that league. But I do believe in A-Chan. I think it's just like San Francisco was there before Christian McCaffrey. There's going to be the number one running back, and then there's going to be like a hot running back that might slip in every once in a blue moon. So that's what I think we're going to end up being. It's going to be mostly A-Chan for the year. If we look over the mark of the entire year, it's going to be A-Chan as the clear evident number one. But they're going to be weeks that Mostert and probably Jalen Wright are going to sneak in. And I think, I hate to say this because I got Jeff Wilson in the BSN Beer League, I think. Yeah, I do. I think
Jeff Wilson number is going to come up because you know how Miami and San Francisco running backs are. They're going to cycle through them.
They do.
It's a way of life at this point, bro.
And that was the way of life before CMC got there, so. But I believe that what I was kind of sliding into was that Jalen Wright is eventually going to kind of sneak into some of these more veteran running backs positions that Miami's been having. So I'm looking to see who's going to be the Devon A-Chan along with who else. Does that make sense too?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Because I'm wanting to bet some money on that and sneak in some of those pieces slowly and surely because they're going to be. If you're drafting them, just talking about dynasty wise, if you're drafting them and this is like Jalen Wright wasn't he like a late round pick somewhere? I'm looking that up right now.
Let's see.
He was a 4th round pick. All right. So not a lot of draft capital right there. And, that's just right up Miami's offense, McDaniel's offense. And the kind of guys you want to sneak in here and there. And then you have a great little flex position or a RB3. So, yeah. What do you think about pass options outside of Tyreek Hill and Waddell? Do those even exist for Miami?
So in preseason, I really like this kid Malik Washington.
Oh, really?
The problem with it is it's always the depth chart with Miami. But the kid Malik Washington looked really good in preseason. But you got a guy like Barriosa, a veteran. Maybe he does something with his with more opportunities and stuff. But you also got guys on the practice squad, veterans like Robbie Chosen, who will probably get called up for this game and be on the bench and ready to come in. So maybe a young guy doesn't get the first look. In a scenario like this, you get that guy that's been called up getting the first reps. And I mean, that's just how some teams work sometimes, man.
So how you feel about OBJ then? He's on the
he's on PUP, so he's gonna be out for at least the first 6 weeks or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, Yeah, it's worth the dart though. I'm not holding on to him like without an IR spot. That's for sure.
Mhm. Yeah,
If I don't have an IR spot, like he's on waivers for me.
gotcha. Because I mean, we saw some of what he did with the Ravens last year, right? It
Right,
wasn't a whole lot, in my opinion,
right.
that I could count
He's
on.
pretty much done for, especially when you compare him to like Tyreek Hill and
Mhm.
Waddle. Like
Mhm.
those dudes fast as hell.
Yeah, yeah,
All
yeah.
right. Like OBJ don't got that no more, bro.
No,
It took
he's
me
done.
ACL surgeries and stuff, bro. So
Um,
but yeah, I think he'll be able to contribute. Just not in those number one, number two kind of fashion. So
yeah. So there's not many pass options outside of Waddell and Hill. Then it's kind of what because Achan picks up quite a few passes too, and
yeah. Well,
so
I think the fantasy community is still high on Jonnu Smith. And listen,
yeah,
I've been there and done that, and so I'm not doing that anymore.
you're not playing that game.
Not doing it anymore.
Yeah,
Put me once, shame on you. Pull me twice, 3 times, 4 times. I got a problem.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, let's pick this game. My Jacksonville is at Miami. Miami is a 3-point favorite. I will take I'm gonna take Miami at home.
Yeah, I feel with you, man, dude. Look, what's going on, dude? I'm gonna take Miami -3, mostly because they're at home, and it just feels like Miami's gonna win this game by more than 3.
I think you just want to drink with me, Tim. So get your glass. Let's drink. Yeah, I think that's all it is, Tim.
You're making me open up now. I got to open up another one. So you got the fresh one going right here now. Yeah.
All right. Our last game that we're picking, Carolina at New Orleans, the big time game, NFC South matchup, the Rumble in the Jungle. The Saints are a 3.5-point favorite. The total for this game is a whopping 41.5 points. All right.
That's all right.
With the Panthers side, they just got a new coach, David Canales. He's supposed to be a quarterback whisperer. We're going to see if he whispers some stuff in Bryce Young's ear and he becomes new quarterback. What are you expecting to see from the Panthers?
I think I think he might end up being the quarterback whisperer. He slips some tongue in there and get your ear all wet. All right, I don't believe in this owner.
Well, I talked to some Panthers fans this week. All right, shout out to my guy, Carolina Dad. 2 Growls, 1 Roar is the name of his podcast. Tim, you would love it.
Okay,
2 Growls, 1 Roar.
2 Growls, 1. I don't. Is that like a?
Oh, you know what it's referencing.
All right, wait. Oh, dang, Dale. Oh yeah. Oh, you better. Hey, look, you better put something out there for yourself. All right, after I done said the peacock on the couch thing. All right, put your out there, or something. Because, we're not putting Timmy's contact info out here. That's for sure.
But yeah, he said the owner is more hands off, let the football people do football stuff, and he's staying the hell out of it.
That's bullshit. He done jacked up things with Bryce Young. Okay. That owner came in hard charging. He done messed up with Bryce Young. He done gave the Bears their best passing option ever. And I just don't believe in this owner at all. So not till I see it. Not till I see it.
Right. According to Fantasy Pros, they've got Deontay Johnson ranked as a wide receiver 3. Do you see Deontay Johnson as being the top target for Carolina versus Jonathan Mingo and Adam Thielen?
Dude, last year Thielen wasn't actually that bad, dude.
Right.
He actually wasn't all that terrible. I do have Deontay Johnson ranked 34th right now. Let's see here. Thielen were ranked 62nd. But and I think Deontay was an ad during the offseason, right?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
just came from Pittsburgh. Yeah,
And Mingo is the rookie draft
draft
last
pick
year.
from last year. Yeah,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I don't see Thielen being number 3 just yet, but I mean Thielen is dying off. He's dying off. That sounds terrible. But
and they do have Xavier Legette, the first round pick from this year.
oh, that's right. Yeah.
Mhm.
So there's a lot of room to grow in this wide receiver section, but it might end up still being Adam Thielen. We'll see. His route running is still pretty good. He might be slower, but I don't think Deontay Johnson is got the whole number 1 route running down.
Right.
So
yeah, I
no.
agree. I still think Thielen will end up being the top target getter, right?
Yeah.
I think he's gonna be the top point getter up there too
Uh-huh.
in the wide receivers. So that's what I think with Carolina.
Yeah.
The running game is yet to be seen what Chuba Hubbard is going to do with these first 4 weeks of being the guy. So I don't really have a bunch of hope this week for Carolina, but
Yeah.
I'm biased. So let's get over to the Saints.
Yeah.
So,
This is yours. This is yours. You gonna jump in the car?
yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, look, Carr has looked pretty decent during preseason. We saw something that we wanted to see. The question mark is all about the offensive line. Now, Carolina's defensive line is scary. There's a scary man on the line named Derek Brown, who is terrifying. I'm very concerned about him. But the outside rushers with Clowney and DJ Johnson, I mean, hey, maybe we can take care of those guys. That is the question mark according to Carolina Dad, as well as their defensive backfield. So I like the Saints offense in this matchup. I think Crystal Olave is going to eat. They got it ranked as in between wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2 of Fantasy Pros. I am interested to see what the running game does because again, we're running that Shanahan offense, just like the rest of the league. And the Shanahan offense is predicated on play action, and to have a good play action, you need to have an actual good running game. Yeah. And so I'm looking forward to seeing Alvin Kamara running some outside zone runs and putting up some points this year. So yeah, I am high on the Saints offense this week. I'm not going crazy like thinking they're going to be like number 1 wide receivers, number 1 running backs, that kind of thing. I think maybe the Saints going to score 19 total points, but I think we're gonna do a lot of running. That's what I think we're gonna do.
So how are you looking at your tight end situations with Juwan Johnson and Taysom Hill, dude? Are you running some 2 tight end sets, or how's that look?
No, Taysom Hill doesn't really play tight end very often.
Okay.
He's gonna play some running back. So he may get some goal line carries. So that's what you want to look for if you've got Taysom Hill on your roster, and you could be in one of those running back desperate situations. And so plugging him in at tight end, he can fall into the end zone any given week. He's gonna get some goal line carries. So
so it's really a tight end desperate situation versus like a running back desperate, because our leagues have him listed as tight end. So
yeah. If you're desperate at tight end, you definitely want to just put him in there on the chance he's going to get you 6 points. So yeah, I'm with it. Let's pick this game, Tim. Carolina is at New Orleans. New Orleans is the 3.5 point favorite. Give me the Saints. Who that?
All right, man. I'm taking the Saints again. All right, we're gonna be family all show today. I think you might have done this on purpose because I can't pick anybody outside of Green Bay going against Green Bay, and am I gonna pick Jacksonville over Miami? Hell no. Today I can't pick the Panthers over the Saints, man. Just not gonna happen. I'm sorry. So
all right, everybody get your glass. Let's drink it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go, Tim. Is this how things are gonna work this year with us? Like we're gonna be on the same page all the time now?
Oh hell no, baby. Don't worry. You do something toxic later, and I'll be like, I'm done with this woman. I'm done with her.
You got to change the name of the show or something like that.
2 bears, 1 couch.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Stupid. I'm sure that dude's awesome. I didn't watch the show or nothing, but he's
a funny guy, bro. Good guy. We have him on every time we play the Panthers. So shout out to Carolina Dad, man. Check him out at 2 Growls 1 Roar. So
yeah.
All right, Tim. Let's wrap this show up. Week 1 is in full effect. So you guys get out there, enjoy the game, and we'll see you again next week. And Tim, never forget.
I hate you guys so very, very much.
Never forget that, Tim. And we out.
Remember to follow us on social media at BS and Beer Media. Also, smash the like button on YouTube and share with friends.